Hello guys, I'm Henry John Griffin and you are watching HG3 TV and I live on I was born in the United States of America, Rochester, New York, and my street address is 244 Dewey Avenue, and I live with my dad, and I go to Rogers Parkway. I go to a school called the Kessler Center. It's a school with people with autism, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Annalise and why Annalise is trash. Okay, today I am going to be telling you that in emotion, yes, I can say I'm not a supercomputer, but then we need to stop saying that. However, the word that people use, it's in their vocabulary, and it's called, she said, we are not computers. I don't really like that, and people say we're not computers. They go around saying to people, they'd be like, my brain is not a computer, and they say that my brain, also something like Robert Einstein, the empty brain, your brain does not process information, retrieve memory, or store knowledge. In short, your brain is not a computer, he says. Actually, what's the meaning of the word computer? What's the definition of computer? So, when people talk about a computer, they are referring to an electronic device, a machine that performs logical calculations. But they forget that a computer can also be a person that computes, especially with a calculating device. A computer can also mean a person. That's the definition of a computer. If you are doing math and you are computing, you are a computer. I mean, if you're doing math and you're computing, then your brain is a computer. Many scientists have done research and said that different parts of the brain perform calculations and computations and all sorts of stuff, like the computation power of the brain and all that stuff. I was like, I literally believe I could be into physics and making and actually doing topics like quantum computers and quantum mechanics, such as AI, which is artificial intelligence. When people usually use comparisons to like compare the brain to a computer and use analogies and basically compare a brain to a computer and liken the brain to a computer, where cybernetics and scientists like rocket science and also the psychologists, that literally comes from a brain science or a neuroscience, from neuroplasticity. It's also much that people will talk about the brain being a computer by using an analogy, a comparison, and a metaphor. A simile is using words like or as. A simile is using like or as to compare the brain to a computer, because a simile is a metaphor. Anyways, people should not say the brain is not a computer, even if they don't think it is, even if it's their opinion or it's actually true. I don't like being told that we are not computers, because it will hurt your feelings. Because therefore your brain is a living computer. Don't get me wrong. Your brain is a living computer. It's a living computer because it's constantly collecting information. It's constantly computing. It's constantly processing like that, and calculations when you send messages, like different types of neurons send electrical signals, they send electrical messages through your whole entire body and your whole entire nervous system. One spark of electricity that passes through your veins and stuff. Like I said it, if you No, if you are asking if you are asking that your brain is if you are asking is your brain a computer, well then define computer. What do you mean by computer? Your brain computes. But usually they are talking about a machine. They're talking about an electronic device that that follows instructions given to it in a variable program in binary form. They're not talking about your brain, they're talking about an electronic device. An electronic device is a computer. An electronic device is exactly a computer, an actual computer. But the brain is an organic computer. You can store in. It's actually kind of similar. It's actually similar. I mean, it's not. It's similar because it stores information. It processes information. It encodes and all that stuff. So it's really, really very similar. It's the human brain is very, very similar to a computer. Has a lot of similarities. Has plenty of similarities. But there are differences too. The human brain is not mechanical. It's not a mechanical computer. It's an organic computer. But it is in fact an organic computer because because it may do the same thing as a mechanical computer. It actually may like I saw a video where someone said it does not do the same thing as a mechanical computer, but it does the similar thing as a mechanical computer. It works similarly to a mechanical computer, processing information and storing like